Be careful with possession. Hi, my name is Julia M. Spencer. I'm a real estate advisor, investor, and your number one source for real estate advice online. Thank you for checking out my channel, and I'm really glad that you're here. If you have a moment, make sure you subscribe at my website for my newsletter. That's how I'll keep you updated if you wish to get newsletters and send you more information. And you can also leave me a comment and share this video if you think it's useful. So in this video, we're going to be talking about taking possession and some of the things that you need to be careful about if you're planning to take possession, especially prematurely. Now, this video was made by special request, and it came from one of you guys' questions that I get through my email. So if you have a question like this, feel free to send it to me. I'll probably incorporate it in a future video, or else I can address it on my radio show as well. And this one came from Justice Noble. Thank you for your question, Justice. And he or she, I think it's a she anyways, just says that she's a very young tax lien investor and she likes my channel. And she has a question that my question is that they say that you're not to step foot on the property for the first year. My question is, what are the penalties of doing it? If there's a video out, would you kindly send me the link? Okay, so what Justice is speaking of is taking possession of a property purchased at a tax lien sale during the redemption period. Okay, so there's a couple things I need to address with this. First off, the information I give you here and the information that a lot of my videos are based on is based on the fact how the laws are written and how they are here in the state of Georgia where I live. Now, Justice here didn't tell me where she lived or he, and the laws in that location might be completely different. So it is up to you as a tax lien or tax deed investor to check and see what the laws specifically state about possession. And right here in the state of Georgia, you do not have access rights or possession with purchasing a lien. All you're purchasing is the lien. You don't have the property yet, and once the redemption period is up, if the original owners did not come and redeem the property, you can go through the legal process of removing the current occupants, be it the owners or tenants of the owners, with the legal process called eviction. Or else, if there's nobody living there, which is what I quite frequently encounter whenever I buy them, I bring somebody with me, a male preferably, with tools or some sort of stick or a bar, something, just in case we have to defend ourselves, not of course to attack anybody, but just to basically take possession at that point. And there'll be a changing of locks involved, and basically more or less taking over of the property, taking control of the property. You can do that if the property is not occupied. And I'm saying not occupied doesn't mean, okay, there's nobody there right now, so I'm going to sneak in there and change the locks. Can't do that. If there's somebody living there, you have to go through the legal process of eviction. You have to file a paper. You have to send the occupants a notice. Certain timelines have to be followed. And you have to file this paperwork also with a court, using, of course, an attorney to help you with it, or you can do it yourself in most places, and go through the legal steps the right way to evict somebody if that person doesn't want to leave. Don't take it into your own hands. Don't throw somebody out. Don't take their stuff out to the street. And even if they're not home, you can't just walk in there, obviously. And that applies no matter if the redemption period is even up. Doesn't matter. You can't show up at the house and say, okay, redemption period is up, mine now, get out of here. You can't do that. If somebody is living there, they're paying for the utilities, they have their things there, you have to go through the legal process of eviction, and that legal process gives the current occupants, be it owners or tenants, sufficient time to respond to the eviction notice, as well as give some time to respond to a possible court date in front of a judge, and if they need more time, make their case to the judge, who will then decide. So no, you can't just walk in there. Now, if you decide to do it anyways, and this is really what the question is, and I'm gonna have to read that section again. So if you decide to do it anyways, what is there and what are the penalties of doing it? Well, the penalties are really the same as if you would walk into anybody's property. If I go to my neighbor's house right here and just walk in, they can call the police and have me arrested for trespassing. That would be a good case. In the worst case scenario, if I wasn't friends with my neighbors, they can pull out the gun and just shoot me, I mean, you are trespassing. That's a criminal trespass. Don't do that. Don't just walk into somebody's property. And the penalties are quite severe, but you could also get hurt. So, dear Justice Noble, don't do that. The same goes for anybody else out there. If you're going to purchase a property at a tax lien or tax deed sale, prior to actually going there, setting foot on there, changing the locks, and taking ownership and control of this property, make sure you have all your ducks in a row. Go through the eviction process if you have any inkling of somebody that might still be living there. If it is very obviously deserted and vacant, which are most of the properties that I buy, I'll bring somebody with me who can then help me change the locks. We'll secure the property, board it up if we have to, so nobody can go in there anymore. And contact the security company, get some cameras installed and some security systems put in until you start working on it or until you sell it. So the penalties, of course, quite severe. You could lose your life, and in the best case scenario, you'll get arrested, but that's not a good scenario either. So don't just take a property, don't step foot on a property during the redemption period in the states where you're not allowed to do so, such as here in the state of Georgia. Now, let me caveat that once you do a little bit of research, there are some states where you can take possession. You still have to go through the eviction process and the redemption period. I've never invested in any of those states, so I'm probably not the best person to ask this. You're going to have to do some of your own digging, some of your own research. If you want me to help you research how it is done in your state, send me a message, leave a comment at the bottom of this video. Maybe somebody else in the community has an answer to this, or send me an email. My email is realestate@juliamspencer.com. And while we're at it, make sure you go to my website, subscribe to my newsletter there, and I look forward to hear from you soon. Have a great day investing.
For your free guide to real estate investing, visit juliamspencer.com.